Bing, bang, boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, on. Click, click, clickety, click, click, click. All right. All right. Yes, B. Yes, B. Yeah. Gamer, would you ever move to a Linux as your daily driver? You here? Welcome in. Give me a second. Just kicking some stuff on real quick. I should probably put the YouTube link inside. I should probably put the YouTube link in my notifications. I don't know. What is a daily driver? Linux instead of Windows. I don't know what uses daily driver actually. When are you moving over to the dark side? All right, let's get some music in here. Use Windows for work reasons. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck there too. You used to run Linux? All right. Async. Async, how's it going? I was gonna walk through a little bit of Git because people should probably know how to use it, or at least the basics for game dev. We have one in here that's waiting to learn. I'm sure you know how to use it. Good idea. Yep. Yep, absolutely. What else did I need to do? Yeah, it's just gonna be the very, very basics. Just gonna be pushing code up to a repository for the first time. You'll probably see the in and outs because I'll screw something up too. Windows works for work apps and has the best gaming support, but it is ass. True. I never use GitHub. I know what it is, what it's about, but no idea what is where. You have no idea what is where. That's fine. Um, yeah, so essentially Git is version management for anything that you put there. It's you could just think of it like a file system kind of backup. And then every time you make a change, you can push a change and then it will have another version of that backup. So maybe you add a file to what's being stored, or you make a change to a file, you push that to Git, and then it'll have a new version of that storage. You'll still have access to both versions. The one before you made the change, the one after the change. And that's just how it is. So um sorry, I was getting music. Stream elements. All right, let me load up music real quick. By the way, stream request is open. That is true though. Windows is ass, but everything just kind of it's unfortunately the mainstream for where everything works. Maybe that'll change at some point. Hoping it changes. Because Linux got some nice window managers, and I'm all about it. Okay, good. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if you could really hear that, but here we go. So good. We're there. We're loaded. Boom. Diffing to see what the hell happened to a file during development is the best part of Git. Yeah. That can get a little rough. Or doing merges can get a little rough, and having to go through all the conflicts. It's pain. But it's just something you gotta do. And also blame. Especially when you're like, who the hell coded this? You look at the blame and it was like you from like half a year ago. That do be the thing. Okay. All right, so cool. So we have this repository, right? I'm gonna probably do SSH because Yas Queen, right? That's what I do. I got it all hooked up, so I don't have to bother with managing two different accounts because I do have two different accounts. So let's game dev. All right, so I'm gonna do git clone. Look, all right. So this is the link. Essentially, when you want to start a project for the first time, you do a clone. You could use software too, but I mean, I think you kind of understand it better when you use just the command. So the command is git clone, and then you put the thing in here and watch something not work. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So you appear to have cloned an empty repository. That's fine. Pokemon. So now I'm in the repository, right? You see how it says main on the left? Yeah. So cool. The next step is we have some zip files. Let's see. Let me slide this over to the other window real quick. I'm just going to pull the zip files real quick. Okay, you sent me a zip file of everything. Okay, cool. Cool. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna, can I do that? Does that work? Yes. There we go. Okay, so cool. We have the whole Godot project here. What I'm going to do is explore. I'd rather do this in the thing, but I'm just gonna do it here for sake of doing it here. I don't have my game dev folder here. All right, fine. Game dev. Let's go to the Pokemon Fossil Fate. We'll go ahead and pull this down in here. Bam. All right. So now we have everything in the folder that we pulled out. So it should be in this get managed folder. So we hit get status, and now we're gonna see a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna just drop in real quick. Bam, boom. All right, let me pull this over. My window's way too big. What the hell? Okay. You don't have to worry about all this stuff, but I'm just kind of peeking for different kind of things. Okay. So it looks like we have, this is all just stuff, I guess, that we could include. I don't see anything that should be excluded from here, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna do it in here. All right. Normally you see how they had all these untracked files? These are untracked, which means like if you want to push a change to Git, you're not pushing it yet. If you were to say like git commit, first you need to add them to be committed. So you would do a git add. Dot means like everything. So let's look at git status. And now you can see changes to be committed. So you can check the status of like everything that you're working on in the folder with git status. Before it was untracked, and now it's changes to be committed. So if you didn't want to push something, you could do like, it tells you what you could do. Git rm cache file to unstage. So you'd get rid of it from this to be committed thing here. But you don't need to worry about that for now. Stick to the basic. Git add dot. You check git status. Everything looks good to go. Then you would do git commit. Yeah, staged. Stage is what is the current state that it's in is staged. So you could just do a git commit like that, but I don't like doing it like that. What I would normally do is git commit -m, right? And then inside here you put like a string of something. So this would be your message for the commit. And I'm just gonna say a init commit just for the sake of how things are always kind of done here. So you see a bunch of stuff that just popped out there. You look like an elite hacksaw now. And now you can look at git status. Boom. And there we go. So now the last step that you'd need to do is you'd need to push it. And let's go ahead and just, normally what you would do if you made a commit and you need a push, you would just say git push. And if you were doing something a little differently, it might fail, but like this time it works. All the remotes are set up properly and all that. So it'll probably be the same for you. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over here. This is the page for Git. And look, it's all here now. So now I'm just gonna, wait, hold on. Pokemon, all right. Remove Lashara, Pokemon. I'm gonna just delete the folder, all right? I don't have it on my computer anymore. Now it's only on Git and I don't have it. I'm gonna go ahead and clone this. You're probably gonna use HTTPS. I use SSH because I have it set up. But this is extra steps. But you never have to deal with accounts going forward if you use SSH. It might be a little difficult for you unless you read through the documentation, just kind of get it. But for now, you'd want to use HTTPS. That's easier to work with when you're first starting. But yes, I'm gonna do that. And so I'm gonna pretend I'm you now. I'm gonna go over to where my development folder is. I'm gonna do git clone, and there you go. I'm just gonna pull it. So I'm gonna cd into it. Now in the folder. By the way, you probably don't use terminal for everything, but this is just kind of showing you on the command line how you do everything. You're gonna have to get a little familiar with your command line. I think it's something that you should do if you're gonna use Git. You could use software again, but like I just kind of recommend getting used to the command line and navigating and doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm in here now. You know CMD pretty well? Okay, cool. And now you can see that it's, I really need to alias my Explorer. Hold on. Z C? What is ZC? No, I don't know. All right, whatever. But you can see that I have the project here now, and that's it. It's everything, right? Where's the project.godot? Whatever. It's all in here. So now if I was to just go ahead to Godot, so let's work on like a small change that you would have to do. I'm gonna import. Okay, Project Godot, import. I don't know what version Godot you're using, but I'm guessing it was this one, right? You were starting with the menu? Fine. All right. It's fine. Wait, hold on. Let me do that. Okay. Let's try it again. You're in Godot 4.5. Okay, good. That's where you should be. Hold on. So there's an issue. So I'm gonna just, oops. Which file is this? Main menu? So you can see that you're missing a pass here. Use base character for indentation. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. All right. So anyway, your menu is fixed. I'm gonna go ahead and say, all right, good day, we did this. So you look get status, you'll see main menu, get add, dot, get status. It's staged, which means it's ready to be committed. Get commit dash m, fix main menu, index. And then I'll go ahead and do a get. I'll do a get. You can do a get status again. Like you don't really have to, but it's telling you use get push to push your local commits. And there you go. That's just about it. So we'll look on GitHub and take a little peek-see, and you can see now this latest commit is fix main menu. And if you look at the commits here on the side, this has the history of everything that's happened and previous commits. So you can see like what happened in this first one, like all this stuff was pushed up here. And then the second one is fix the main menu. Bam. You can see what changed here. It's just a single line of change. I just put a pass here so it doesn't error out. That's it. And this is like each version of your file system that has, you know, gone up there. So I highly, highly recommend that you use Git to, you know, version through your project as you're developing. And then you'll never really run into issues. Like, oh, I accidentally deleted like this important block of code. Well, reset. Go back to your latest commit. That's it. Like, you'll never have an issue like that ever again if you just manage your code on Git. So, highly recommended. It's probably not a big deal if you store the graphics up here. I'm not sure how much space it'll take for graphics for you, but I mean, you could include it there. I don't have access settings, but yeah. Anyway, you should be good to go. And if, oh, I made a change, right? Say that you have it on your machine and you make a change and I want to get the latest change, then I would do a git pull. Git pull brings the latest change from whatever is in the Git repository onto your computer, and it'll update the code that you have locally. So it's the latest. There is a hell of a lot more that you can do with Git. This is just like scratching the surface. But that's enough for you to get rolling. The next thing that is probably important for you to get familiar with is like the branches. But you could probably leave it there for now, because there's a whole where it says main here. This is called a main, which is a branch, and right now this is the default branch of the project. So like this is kind of like the home home branch. You just have to get used to the terminology. It's essentially like a feed of changes. So somebody can make a new branch, for instance, right? And then this could be like, wait, so let's say git branch, I forgot how to do it. See, blah. So git branch. So now I made a new branch. And to change the branch, I'll do git checkout, blah. So now you see over here, instead of main, it says blah. And now, if I wanted to do like, if I wanted to be a menace, I'd be like, what is it? Git remove main menu, right? Like, oh man, I'm making some changes. These are not good changes. Git commit dash m. I broke shit, my bad. All right. This is probably not going to push. I would need a git push origin. Is that what I need to do? I always forget the syntax. So I'm pushing it, right? But imagine like I didn't realize I made a mistake. You go ahead, go to your code. Oh no, like this asshole like put something bad. But I'm on my own branch, right? So now there's two branches here. There's one called blah. This didn't do anything to the main branch. It's on the blah branch. And you can see like there's a third commit here now. Look, I broke shit, my bad. I deleted a file that was kind of important. Like normally what people will do, like if there's multiple people working on a project, is people will work on different branches. And you know, you want to bring your changes like onto the main branch, which is this one. You would usually do something called a pull request, which is up here. I would new pull request. Okay, so I would bring blah into main. I would create a pull request, and then like usually people would review the code changes, and then somebody would be like, hold on, I'll create a pull request. This is probably a lot, but this is going to be in a YouTube video, so it's fine. And then like here's where people manage their code. You got to go outside and be places today? Ill? Yeah, ill, for real. What the hell's that? Imagine going outside and getting sun. Disgusting. You're gonna get a tan or sunburn. It's terrible. Don't forget the sunscreen. But anyway, so somebody else can comment like, nah, we're not taking this shit. You broke everything. You broke everything. So I comment this. So this is now closed. We closed it. We didn't merge it. We didn't bring it onto the main branch. We're just like, yeah, this is not good. We're not taking this. So now you can check, if you look at the branches, you can see that this one's closed. Like, we're not taking this change. We go ahead and delete the branch. This will stay in the history though. So, or it should stay in the history, I would think. Overview, stale. Do they not stay in the history? I thought they stayed in the history. Anyway, but now it's gone. We're not taking the change. And you know what? That's it. So I'm just gonna go ahead, check out main, right? So essentially like branches are ways to, you know, you have person A working on a feature, you have person B working on another feature. So A might have their own branch and B might have their own branch. They do this so that they can push their code to GitHub without like messing with each other's repository. But they're working on the same code base. They have to work with like merging the code onto the main branch later. Because imagine like they're both editing the same file. They're gonna have an issue, right? Because they have two versions of the same file. So later on what will happen is like maybe person A will merge with the main branch and it'll be all fine and dandy. Person B finishes a little bit later. They have to merge with the main branch too. And now they're gonna have some conflicts in the file because it looks different. And they're gonna have to resolve those conflicts and get over it. It could be a little bit of a pain, but essentially you just want to make sure that the file looks correct. And that's a whole different conversation. But that's just like something to be aware of and why you would use branches. So like if somebody's working on the main branch, somebody else is working on the main branch, you're kind of interfering with each other's code base at the same time when you're pushing things together. And it interrupts the workflow. So it's good to work in separate branches, merge back to main when something becomes fully fleshed out. And you just keep going. But you can just keep pushing to main. I mean, it's your project, whatever. If I was going to do stuff, I'd probably do it in a branch and then I'd merge it into the main. But you could stay on main. I don't care that much. But that's about it. Welcome to Git. There's a whole complex ecosystem under the hood, but you only really need to know a few main things to get going. So these commands will probably be your best friend: the git clone, or the git cmds. So git clone. This is how you pull repos. Then git pull is how you get latest version of repos. Then there's git add dot for everything, or file names for specific files only. I didn't even talk about git ignore, but like there's more there under the hood. Pills of vampire freckles, I'll burn. Yeah, it sucks. I have like a natural resistance to the sun, so I don't really need sunscreen. I think I've been sunburned less than a handful of times in my life. And that's like going to the beach all day without sunscreen. I just have like a natural tan that just like protects me at all times. It is nice. But it's also a curse in countries that prefer you to have lighter skin. Git add, so we have clone, pull, add, and then git commit -m. I did something, and this will just be like, let me boom. The comments will just be like that instead, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. And that git command. Okay, let's do s dot like that. Boom, boom, boom. Find the dash, the next one. Whoops, find the dash. I'm just gonna s. All right. Did something, commit your changes as a local version. And then git push is push your local version of the project up to GitHub. So this is kind of, these are like the commands that you'll need to start with. Like this is like the bare minimum, I think. It's like essentially how you start. Like this git pull is kind of something you don't need immediately, but you will need it at some point. But this would be like the essential thing that you do. Git clone. You only need to do this once ever. Only need to do this the first time you are pulling the project down to your computer. That's the only time you'll ever need it, when you need to pull the project to your computer. Git add. When you make changes to the project. Even people with dark skin use sunscreen though, protect from skin cancer. Right. Agreed. Agreed. So git commit. Push. This is pushing your staged or added changes. I'm using these like interchangeably. Like the changes that you add in this command will stage them. This command will stage files for commit. Let's get rid of one of those M's. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to? Yeah. I'm talking to Turvos and teaching him how Git works. Git commit dash M. I did something cool. Push your stage or added changes. Well, not push. This would. I'll just leave this here. This is fine. Commit your changes as a local version, and oh, okay. All right, cool. So you commit your changes as a local version, and it'll essentially and it will save their state only locally. I'll re-emphasize locally. When you push it is when those local changes become permanent. And that's it. Later on, if other people are editing your project and you need to pull the latest, or if you're using two computers and imagine you push on computer A, you made some changes, you committed, you pushed, and on computer B, you have a different version of the project, but it's like a little further back in time, you just hit a git pull and update to the latest. This also depends, like make sure you're on the right branch or whatever, but if you're only gonna be using for one branch, it doesn't matter that much. But that's it, you're done. You learned how Git works in the most basic sense. You're good to get going. Any questions? Not all at once now. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna get something. How do I get good? I don't know. I'm still figuring that shit out too. I'm still figuring that shit out. It's like every time I hit like that, every time I hit the screen that brings me to the merge, I'm always like fumbling. God damn it. I do tend to just rebase. So do all my merges on my branch if they do come up. But yeah, I don't like to do a pull request where it's like starts breaking everything that it's trying to merge into. That's terrible. You think I understand? Good. Take with you what this lesson provided. This will give you the power to do many great things and to not destroy your code. But if you do destroy your code, you can go back and undestroy it. It's important. The important thing is like, maybe one last question you might have that you haven't asked is like, how often should you commit? And this is kind of like everyone kind of does it a little differently. But I would say like, if you're working on like a part, it could be like a small piece of functionality and you like do every file change. What I normally do is like, I break my own conventions all the time, but ideally if I'm working on like a specific feature or a function of like whatever it is, like for example, I'm working on the main menu, right? If I got like, I'd probably do like a commit when I finish all the structure around the main menu, or if possibly I finish most of it, like I'll just commit it at some point then. I wouldn't necessarily wait until I finish the entire main menu to push, like to make a commit of the code. If I feel like I'm also going to go into a little iffy territory, like I might do some major changes or I need to refactor some code, I would make sure that beforehand that everything I have until that point is committed. Because, you know, when you're starting to change code, you're doing refactors, something's probably going to break. So before refactors, oh, it's unlimited space? I didn't know it was unlimited. I thought there was some limit, but yeah, you can store your art here. Especially the kind of art that you're going to be doing for this. So this would be like when to commit after finishing at least minor features. These stars will be like an or. Before doing any refactors that might destroy your code. What are any other situations that you'd want to do? I don't know, fix a bug. You fix a bug, you probably want to do a refactor. Maybe change some aesthetic. So maybe the way the main menu looks. It's kind of nice to keep commits small. I say this while not doing it, but like it's kind of important to do that. Try to keep commits small. I break this all the time. How do I fix a bug? What am I supposed to do when someone step on it? You want to step on the bugs, all right? You commit that shit. Ideally, don't commit when you have errors in your code. Because the whole point of like rolling back to a version of your code is that it's functional. Like if you commit and you ever have to roll back to a version of your code and it has errors and your project doesn't run, that kind of sucks. Again, I say this, but I do this sometimes because sometimes I wait too long before I commit. That's the issue. I have 237 errors right now and I'm 70 commits deep on a side branch. Well, there you go. It's not the ideal situation, but it does happen. That's all you can do. I mean, there's only so much, right? That's hilarious. I'm like, I say don't do this, but I absolutely do this. Sometimes it's unavoidable. But as Async Squirrel said, on a side branch, that's a really important part. Right. If you're ever going to do like anything that requires like you having to commit something that's broken, this would absolutely, you'd absolutely want this to be on a side branch, because side branches are kind of like the space that you need for yourself to breathe while you're trying to fix through a bunch of shit. And sometimes that shit gets checked in. Sometimes you need to commit it because you need to work through all of it. Like you have over 200 errors. You're not going to fix them all in a single commit. You'll fix some of them, you'll commit it, you'll fix more of them, you commit it again. You just kind of get through it. But you're not going to fix all of them. You commit the whole thing in one single commit. That would be like, that would break your brain if you ever have to read through what the hell happened there. At least if you fix some errors here, you're like, yeah, well, for this one, fix menu being a butt, menu missing button, then another fix, menu button didn't work, okay. Didn't hook to anything. You ideally want to keep like the fixes small though, and that way it's kind of like digestible when you're reading through the changes. It's everything you need to know about Git to start. It's way more powerful than this. But I mean, if you're just working on it, like without many people, I don't think it's really a big deal to learn the other stuff immediately. You can take your time learning the other stuff, but it is good to, like, the homework that you would want to do is like learn about branches. Learn about branches. This would be homework. Homework. And when, how to use them. We kind of talked about the when, but how to use them is a little bit more that you could learn. And I'm sure there are plenty of good YouTube. Get hooks like Husky? Never used it. So I don't really know. Get hooks. Like the pre-commit hooks? Is that what you're talking about? They're a pain in my ass. Like I get them, but I also feel like they can be more trouble than they're worth. Cause like I've run into the instance where I've had to like do a pre-commit, like I had to do like some pre-commit hook, is doing like some build commands in certain ways, and like my computer just didn't have the exact version of like whatever was needed for npm. It was like a whole nightmare to just get it working. It's like, I know this works. Let me just push it and not have to follow this build chain. Like, I don't need you to do this for me. I tested it. I tested it already. It's good. Believe me. Believe me. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. It seemed to me more pain than it was worth. It did seem to be like extra protection for people that were being like more lazy with their testing and stuff. It's supposed, I guess it's supposed to be protection against that. I don't know. I just don't like it. The check that a pre-commit hook is doing should be checked at a CI/CD pipeline before the merge, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean that we have a spot there before the CI/CD, during the CI/CD process of a merge, right? That I do agree, because like I mean CI/CD pipeline, like they run a bunch of commands before you're pushing the code, right? You can. I'm testing. So imagine this. I'm running on a Windows machine. The application runs on Linux in production. There could be some discrepancy between the OSs, that something errors out during the CI/CD process or in production, but it doesn't error out on my computer. Because completely different OS, things might work slightly differently, libraries that are used, whatever. So you would absolutely need to check during the CI/CD process to make sure that nothing's actually broken before deploying it. However minimal or maximal your tests are. So if you were going to test something, that would be the place to do it. Now you can run tests locally, but that shouldn't be like required to push. It should just be like manual checking, I think. You should just manually run the test. I don't think it should be like added to a pre-commit hook. Some people might hate me for that, but I never liked it much. All right. Anyway, that concludes the Git lesson. You officially have a project that you can go out on. You go ahead and do your stuff. It looks like you have a menu. That's cool. Nice, you have all this. That's sweet. I've never even made a start menu before. Committing and pushing should take minimum effort time while merging. It should take some time. Make sure everything is right. You merge once. You commit dozens of time on a branch. Right. That's what I feel too. Because like it's a pain in the ass. Like you're making a commit, and it's just like you have a bunch of tests now running on your computer. It's like, bro, please. Bro, please. Like sometimes I'll just make multiple commits a day. I'll just keep running these tests over and over again. They're completely unrelated. Window size not working? What do you mean? I'm not an expert at all in this, but what are you trying to do? Oh, you mean like stretch? You're trying to stretch it? It's staying consistent size. Is that what you're talking about? Hold on. I think that had to do with the Windows setting in here somewhere. Display window. Okay, resizable on, borderless. Stretch. Viewport, aspect, keep, scale mode. I don't know. Hold on. I never know how to make this work. Wait, hold on. This is always a pain in my ass. I don't want aspect to expand, but let me just see if this even grows. Hold on. I want to keep the aspect ratio. Yeah, it's not growing. Hold on, wait. The main menu. Yeah, it should go full screen, right? Hold on. Keep. Okay, so let's look here. Transform, size. Oh. Okay. I think this might have to do with that this is a constant size. Where's the I think when you're trying to do a thing, it needs to be on a canvas layer. I could be wrong. Ixian root. The main menu itself should be fully erect. Okay, and then stop going to. Okay, there we go. Wait, this had a layout. Okay, where's the layout? Layout. Expand. So this should just be like, where is the canvas layer? View. Main menu. So the menu container should also be, oops, let's undo that. Center. Transform. This should be a minimum size. Hold on, theme overrides. Constants. Menu container, VBox container. How does the script work? Let's see. Menu container. I'm gonna change this to be like access unique name, menu container. Let's make this into a little percent. A little percent. Setting screen. Make this a little bit of a access as unique name so that it can search through all the children and get that thing. Okay, new game screen. I don't know where that's called, but let's just see if this still opens. Okay, cool. I'm gonna add a child node, which is gonna be a margin container. Move the menu container under it. Theme overrides, constants. Okay. Oh, let me see if this now margin container full rect. Oh, is there a custom minimum in here too? Because oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, so I don't need to do all this. Hold on. Script. Wait, is that all still like that? Okay, cool. So let's see. Let me edit stream real quick. Godot game. Okay. So this has a size 661, 174. 174. We could reset this, I think. Okay. Position, take that away. And now. Okay, so this add child node, margin container. I'm gonna pull this in here. This margin container should be like the full size of the thing, I think. There we go. Position was busted up for whatever reason. Main menu. Why is the Like, what the hell? Oh, do we need to just define like a... There we go. Big Ed. Stream request. Get pro tutorial. Oh god. You'd have to do a skip to get there. Because this is a long video. Margin container.
Got was get good at Git. Few things are more scary for a software engineer than screwing something up with Git. After weeks of writing the perfect
There we go.
code, you submit a pull request and end up with a bunch of embarrassing failed checks and merge conflicts. Next thing you know, you're scrambling on Stack Overflow looking for a solution that will likely just add gasoline to the fire. Git was created by a guy much smarter than us. He knew if he made it too easy, it would make us weak. Instead, he wanted to give us the glory of overcoming the challenge.
Okay. So I don't know what margin you wanted.
In
Constants.
today's video, we'll look at a bunch of different tips and tricks to make you more productive with Git. But if you're new to Git, I just released a short.
So margin has a theme
that's
override.
designed as a modern learning path to
Oops,
get you
margin
started with
has a
Git.
theme
It
override
contains
where
a
you
short
could do
videos
like
along with exercises to transform you into a
constants,
professional
margin
user quickly.
left.
This content
It's gonna
is
be
supported
like,
by
I don't know,
peer
20?
review, and I want to send
We're gonna
it
do
to
a lot
you
more
to
than that,
anybody out
100.
there who's already a pro member. So to get started, I'm assuming you know the
300.
basics of Git. Like
Yeah,
you know how to
300,
do a Git
margin
commit,
right, 300.
or a Git commit to save a snapshot
I don't
of the
know.
code.
Is that
It's
right?
usually the first
I
time
don't
you
know.
use Git, but there's
I don't know how it
actually a
looked
better
before.
way to get the job done. You can get rid of the
So let's look at the menu. Settings. So this is all gonna be a little busted up. Gotta fix the sizing stuff. Probably transform is different. Wait, let me check the resizing. Bit lower. Okay, it's still not working with that. Wait, hold on. Future Game OST. It's all right. Aspects. Why is it not expanding? Expand. Like I don't get why it's not expanding. Hold on. Oh, this was locked. Right. Keep the aspect ratio of the embedded game. Right. Okay, I'm a little curious, so I don't know if I like didn't need to do any of that. Get stage. Get. Wait. What was the freaking? What is man? I don't know. So I don't think stage is it. No, it was oh my god, I haven't used the command. Stash. That's what I need. So I'm going to use something called get stash right now, which means like I essentially have the changes that I made, but I just undid them, but I also saved it. So this is the menu you had before. And you know what? It's working. I'm just an idiot and I had the wrong button clicked. And I think you mentioned that. So what was the problem with this that you were saying? This stream request break. It might have. Oh no, it just has a. There you go. It was just the. You had to skip. Wait. So Termos, what was your problem with the menu? There's a backup queue. Boom, 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 boom. So what do you mean the window size setting? Like where? Which part specifically wasn't working, and what was the expectation? Okay. Option button. This one? You gotta put something. Which one do you not know how to make work? Like, I don't know what you said expectation before. Let's see. So window size is not working. I'm struggling on how to do it. Like change size of window. What the hell is that? Is that freaking death? So you say window size is not working. Let me see. Oh, okay. I think I see. Inside here, settings, window size, full screen, mid screen, small screen. Okay. Okay, so let's. By the way, this is all busted a little bit. But that'll be a different change. Okay, so right now when you select window size, setting screen, so you have the options button. Let me see. There we go. Options button. So how are they getting in there? And base was like WTF. Node has one connection. Okay, on options button selected. Ah, okay. There we go. Print index. Let's go ahead and do that, yeah. It's not a space character. Don't you mess with me. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. Okay, so it is working. You're just not making it do anything.
What did you think?
I think that song was terrible. It was terror bad. Just hit me up with a bread song. There we go. That song was a banger. Excuse me. There we go. Best song ever. So your button is working, it's just not doing anything. So now I added this little print, right? It looks like you hooked up whatever it's supposed to do. So it's printing the index. So indexes in programming normally start with 0. So 0, 1, 2. So you have 0 here, 0, 1, 2. I'll do this very naively first. So we'll just be like, if index equals 1 or 0, right? Now we would have to look up, change the screen size. Godot, change screen size. Or window size. Godot change to full screen. So display server dot window set mode. Okay. So I think that's the line that we need, right? Display server dot window set mode. So display server. Why is this all? Can you not be like this? All right.
I don't think you did this, boss. You missed it.
I don't think so either. I still need to do that one. I didn't use a space character. Can you not be this way? I don't know why Godot is just like being an ass right now. All right, you know what? I'm just not gonna Vim it. All right, I'm just gonna do it in here. Main menu. Display server dot. Was that what it was? Display server dot window set mode. Window set mode. Full screen. So let's just see if this full screen button works. No. Only supports window mode. Okay. It's an embedded window. Display server dot. Wait, what? Window set mode. Max. Let's just do maximized, all right? Because this is like an embedded window and I can't do anything about it. Embedded window only supports window mode. Can you not be an ass? Even window mode maximize is not working. All right, how else would you do this? Okay, full screen. Let's look. Full screen. I don't know. That's not showing up. Set mode to exclusive full screen. Project settings. Let's see if that's a thing. Project. Okay. Project settings. Input map. Wait, this is they're talking about doing inputs. And then you write a script, fine. But this is like doing the same thing. Okay, let's look at this one. Boom, boom, boom.
Window, projects, project settings,
Okay.
and then go to display window. And then under stretch mode, you set it to canvas items. And when we run it again and go into full screen, you can see that everything is now stretched.
Canvas items. I mean, I don't know anything about I don't know anything about this, but yeah, we can't actually change it though, is the problem. It's actually kind of butt. Hold on. I mean, one thing is you could probably change the size, I guess. The issue is, I think I know what the issue is, and it's that this game is running. Bad apple. This is running with like this extra thing that Godot does, and it embeds the game into this window. So let me undo that. Let me take that off. Okay. There we go. See, that works. So full screen works if you do that. That's right, I can't do this. Pain. So this is essentially what I did. This is full screen. Window, mode. Yeah, that's all I did. I just did full screen. I changed in the run settings because when it's running, it does this little embed game on next play, which is kind of screwing us. And we don't want to do that because then it does. This button won't work anymore. You can't even test your full screen. Okay. So now if you don't want to full screen it, if index equals 1, this one's mid screen, right? Mid screen display server dot window set mode. Windowed window ID int. Okay. Hold on. So let's do this. Okay. And normally you wouldn't do like a full screen mid screen, but like you would just you'd want to do like a certain size. Get diff. Stretch mode canvas items. Allowed HIDPI. Aspect expand. So let me hold on, I want to undo something. What's different here? Visible false. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this one. I'm going to undo this one. I'm just going to keep that one. So now reload from disk. So this is going to kind of undo all the changes I made previously. So settings, full screen, mid screen, full screen, mid screen. So this is like a start of how you do this. You would have to like change the size some way. Like it's gonna probably be another one of these display server things. I don't know, but you can probably look up how to change the window size in Godot. Ideally, you'd want to do resolutions. You wouldn't want to say like full screen, middle screen, whatever. Like full screen is fine, but not middle screen, because that doesn't make sense, or a small screen. I'll add the other line here. If index equals 2, whatever. Okay, and then I'll just do pass. So this is what you would have to do for the last thing. And then, ooh. We got music. Luma Nights, what is this? It sounds like some kind of bullet hell game. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what you'd essentially just have to do. So you have your sizes.
It's a fan game of a bullet hell game.
It's a fan game of a bullet hell game. There you go. Those non-centered menu items are killing me. I will never play it. All right, so this is also kind of busted and it's killing me inside.
Which you should play BTW.
I feel like I want to fix that. But what I'm going to do is I made these changes here, and this essentially just makes your menu work. Git commit -m. Full. So it's like a feature, full screen, and windowed mode. Oops, I forgot to do a git add. See, look, I do this all the time. I still forget to do it. Yeah. So if you want to pull this change on your computer now, go ahead and hit up the git pull on your thing, and you'll see it. I'm not playing Plants vs. Zombies, so you can screw yourself.
One of them.
What, Plants vs. Zombies? Why would I do that? I mean, I like tower defense. I'm not gonna lie. I am a fan of tower defense games, but Plants vs. Zombie, like, let's be real.
No PVZ, TH.
Oh, TH, okay. Toho? I think I have one. I got a free one. All right. So now, Termos, if you want to try pulling the change on your computer, go ahead and crack open. If you have the repository pulled in your computer already, try a git pull. If you have to do a clone, then it's going to get the latest, and you don't need to do a git pull, but you should have it working. And since this is kind of killing me a little bit, like, I'm going to go ahead and add a child node, margin container. This will be the new root node for everything. So this is how it looks beforehand, all right? I'm just going to internalize this. Ooh, sneeze juice. Okay, I'm just gonna have everything turned on. There we go. And I'm about to wreck it. Oh. Why does that slap so hard? Like, I don't get it. It shouldn't slap that hard. That should be illegal. It just shouldn't be allowed to slap that hard. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little margin container. For the menu, and then the settings screen should also be in its own margin container, probably. Margin. Okay, settings, new game. These are probably in their own menus, right? So let's go ahead and set this as the expand, right? Stop. You're fully erect. You're fully erect. Meow, 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 meow. Theme overrides, constants, meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Alright, so what did it look like? It looked like this. 250, 250 maybe? Let's do margin left, 250. Margin right, 250. Alright, and margin top, 150. Wait, where is that? I'm losing my screens. More. You can't do it. You need to be on Twitch to use stream request. Alright, that looks about right. Let's silence this one. I'm gonna do unique name, unique name, unique name.
Join the Twitch, it sucks but there are commands here.
It sucks with their commands here. Man, screw you. Screw you. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. We got that menu sorted out. Which is the best? YouTube is the best. Which is the best? YouTube is the best. The age-old argument. Who is the best? We don't have a size for you, boy. You don't get a size. You are just the whole thing. There we go. So let's go ahead. Full screen. Okay, back. That's still broken. Boy, that's broken. Boy, that's broken. If name's themed Coco, NPC Lancer calls you garlic in your RPG game. Screw you. No Twitch is objectively better for streams unless you're a large streamer. And even still, it's a better platform. Get roasted. You got an idea? It's fine. Oh shit. To be peace where you are mine. Don't you cry no more. Is that what Phil does? Oh, it does that. Excuse me. We're carrying on my wayward son, and you replaced it with bubbles? Did you actually replace it with bubbles? Bubbles? How could you do this? Are you even a real person? And the shorts are better than Twitch stories. I mean, YouTube also does have a search algorithm, which I think works pretty well. God damn it. I will cut you. I will actually cut you. Don't you mess with me. Yeah, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with like these canvas things, you shouldn't really set exact positions. You should, from what I understand, you're supposed to like stretch everything out and use like margin containers to give everything margins. That way, when you stretch the screen, everything will still be in like the same spot. Like, let me peek at this real quick. Like, if we make this full screen, it should stay in the same place. Because I think I fixed this one. Only this one, though. Yeah. Like, it'll change the size of the buttons. There could be a maximum size, probably. Like, this is responsive. The Nyao voice is secretly Miku uncredited from the description? Really? I don't know who Miku is. So I think I need a little bit of education. I also, Turbos, I highly recommend that you watch just there are a lot of quick UI development videos in Godot on YouTube, and like they're relatively short, but they kind of teach you like how you need to be making these. Like it's pretty good. That's how I learned how to do it. I'm still not good with them, but it's just a lack of practice. But it's just kind of like iterating on just fill everything in. Make sure that. Oh wait, what? Did we just get? Hell yeah, Zora's Domain. I'm all about that. Well, we chilling for the rest of the stream. Can we make that go higher? Hello? Yeah, no, that's high enough, I guess. That's good. I'm okay with this. Zora's Domain is like one of those places that you just kind of go to in the game and you just chill because the music is so good. It's just so good. I mean, like, Gerudo Valley is nice. It's a little too hyped though. All right? It's hella good, but it's just too hype. This is just like you go there, like, man, I'm gonna just chill here. I'm gonna crack open. I'm just gonna go on my computer, do other stuff, and I'm just gonna let this play in the background. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that one for now. So I think here is the issue. What is this? What's going on here? What is this? Okay, that's wild. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. I don't know what the hell is happening with this, but I'm just gonna boop. There we go. How did it look before? Okay, so what you'd want to do here is you would want a was a VBox container, and in this VBox container you have all these things: volume, that one, back button, option button, window size. Let's go ahead and slide them in one by one. Volume slider. Window size, and then you kind of throw in a little bit of a HBox container. And inside the HBox container, we do a little bit of window size and options. And then we have the back button down there. Lovely, and it just completely left everything behind in the dust. Not at all what we wanted to do, but you know. There you go. All right, cool. Change your mouse cursor to mouse from Deltarune. Man, screw you! How dare you do that? How do you change a mouse cursor? I'm sure I'm sure you could just Google that. You like TD games, don't you, Coco? I do like TD games. I actually do like Tower Defense. Back in the day, I played StarCraft exclusively for the Tower Defense custom game that they had. I didn't play any actual StarCraft itself. But there was a custom game for Tower Defense, and I was all over that shit. Let's go ahead and center this. Actually, let me go ahead and just fix the location of this settings screen. These are like ultimately like the same thing, I guess. These can probably all sit under the same thing too. But I'm just gonna do it like this for now. Screw it. I know I'll regret this later. Setting screen. I'm gonna do the margin size to be like theme overrides constant, margin left 300, margin right 300. $200. What's going on here? Margin right 200. Where's the? That's weird. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Setting screen, layout direction. Can I just do max? VBox container is also going to be the whole thing. And can we just center? Okay. So let me just take a little peek-see. Settings. This is all broken now. Cool. I think setting screen just needs to be. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, this is just okay. So there's a problem here because of the layers. So let's say settings container, right? Settings container. That's fine. We'll go to the script. Settings, container, dot hide. Wait, what is this? Why are the semicolons here? Okay. This is not C#. Godot does not use... Godot doesn't use semicolons. Which I'm kind of surprised that it worked. Okay, good, good. Bro's menu is just gray. You're gray. I don't think you could beat that one. You just got destroyed. Imagine getting destroyed like that. There we go. Oh yes. Look at, oh my God, look at that. But there's a separate issue, which the canvas items are staying the same size, so we want to fix that. In which we'd probably want to make it viewport. Stretch on the viewport, not on the canvas items. And great, because my favorite color is red. Me too. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's look at the before and after for the settings container. Volume, window size. Let's look at the thing. Volume. So the text needs to be centered. Volume. How do we center it? I don't know. Okay, good. Volume slider. Next up. Window size. Boom. Boom. And then the back button. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about these small things, but like... Okay, cool. So that one, this one. This would be the default state of the menu, settings, window size, full screen, mid screen, back, and it works. Load game. Where's your load game script? Oh, you didn't do anything with it. So you'd want to do like the new game screen probably. I would say hold out on doing the load game until you actually have a save state. But besides that, that should be... So you go ahead. Git commit -m. So what do we do here? What we could do is we could say, what did we... So
No
let's
pseudo
look over
or
the
bread,
changes.
we will starve disappointed face.
We will starve. I know, for real, right? We're hungry. We're hungry. Okay, so let's sum up what we did. So what did we do? I usually like to look over my changes just to kind of summarize. So what we essentially did was allow the menu to stretch properly. I guess we'll just say that. Let's say fix menu stretch. Git push. There you go. And just like that, bam. You got another change up here, and if you pull the latest changes, your menu should now be the same as mine. And it should just all kind of work now. If you want to change size of the things, it's good to mess around with the margin container and be like, okay, yeah, it's a little too big for me. Like, yeah, I want my margin to be a little bigger. 300, 300, you know, that kind of stuff. What you want to do is like adjust the size of the box that the stuff is in rather than the items themselves. This ain't Discord. No, that wasn't Discord. That was Slack. That was Slack. But anyway, yeah. There you have it. I'll leave it to you. Okay. I say you could probably take it a little bit easy. I did download a Touhou game. Should we play it? Like, what is this? Like, I don't know anything about Touhou. Should we do Touhou?
No, you probably for a gacha game.
I don't even know what that means. No, you probably for a gacha game? Like, what does that even mean?
Oh, that's
Smaller.
a fan game, not actual Touhou.
It's free, though. I say we try it out. I know nothing about Touhou. I just know if it requires very specific mouse movements, then I'm gonna struggle real hard with this game. I'm gonna struggle real hard. All right, let's pause that. Made with Unity.
This game is nothing like Touhou.
Oh, is it nothing like Touhou? It's made by China. Press any button, click. Once upon a time, there was a book. And in that book was a princess that lived in the Misty Lake. The princess was beautiful and kind-hearted. Get to the action. Keyboard wasad. Jump. Oh god. Can I just use a controller? Hold on, wait. Properties, controller, Steam input, boom. Okay, let's try it. It's nothing like Touhou. Touhou, yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Is my controller not on? Oh god, it's not connecting. Bluetooth? Why are you not connecting, controller? Hello? Add a Bluetooth device. Yeah, for whatever reason. Let me do it one more time. It's like Windows just like bugs out and it's like, you know, I don't know. You're gonna have to repair it even though it's paired. Man, I need to restart one more time. Okay. Okay. Yep. I know it has built-in controller support. I know. You don't need to tell me. Oh god. Did I pick Chinese? Guys, I think I messed up. Shit. It's fine. We know Chinese now. Yep, I get it. Yep. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get what that means. We're speedrunning now.
Man,
This is
I
speedrun
wanted to
strat.
see what the game is like.
I can't do this. Wait, hold on, stop. I need to play it in English. I even struggle to play games in Korean, alright? I can't do it either. Even though I can understand some stuff. I just can't. Once upon a time, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, we've only restarted the game like 5 times. It will cause damage when you hit a boss. Right trigger. Dash is invulnerable but costs stamina. Hold to extend dash. Right trigger. Fly slowly? Okay. No fly is invulnerable and costs stamina. Him not fly twice in the air. So she's like Kirby. Got it. Okay. Got it. Phew, finally here. Mystic today, I almost lost the way. This must be the legendary Koma Castle. In the air in the castle, I smell bad news. Yeah, somebody farted. I can't back down here. The princess must be held in the castle. I have to find a way in.
How you get for free isn't it for money?
This is free. Who is it? Who's barging on the door? You're messing with my tea time. The Scarlet Shadow, the legendary Scarlet Shadow is here. Who'd you call the Scarlet Shadow? How rude. Remilia. My name is Remilia Scarlet. I'm the master of Kumba Castle, and who on earth are you, rude intruder? I'm Cerno. Cerno? Colonel? The strongest hero of ice. Wait. You wicked Scarlet Shadow. Oh my god, this is so painful to read. Alas. Why do I need to deal with this myself? Where is Maiden Sakuya dating again? Yeah, the translation is rough. What are you murmuring about? Let the princess go. The princess? That's right. Your lovely princess is in my butt. Fight me if you wish to have her back. If I find the fight entertaining, I will let the princess go. I was going to spare your life if you cooperated. I've never feared of a fight. Bring it on.
On Steam it's money, I don't know.
It's money on Steam, really? If you failed to please me, my supper would be your flesh blood. Blood. Alright, get shot, fool. This is like Robotron. There you go. Okay. Look at this sucker. Easy. I'm just playing Robotron, that's all I'm playing. Okay. Yeah. Try it again. Scrub. Okay. This is like extremely easy. Like, I don't know. Maybe because it's the first boss. Legendary what now? Oh, shit, I got hit. We're not supposed to get hit. We're not supposed to get hit. Okay. It's been a while since I had such a good fight. You're unharmed. That kind of battle, afternoon playtime at best. Alright, I can't. It's so bad, man. Just skip the dialogue. Bring me to the fighting. All right. The fighting feels kind of fun.
Looks nice but not good representation.
Right. Confirm. Again? You haven't learned your lesson? She got the ultimate artifact now. Whatever that is. You're about to get destroyed. Stop talking the shit and fight. Fight me. You talking because you don't want to fight. Look at you, scared. Hold back no longer. Please, don't hold back. Die. Get ready to die after defeat. I mean, isn't that kind of what happens when you lose? That was like such a weird statement. Die after defeat. Get ready to die after defeat. Ow. Ow. Alright, I'm getting hit now. I don't even know if I'm using this thing right. Ow. Okay. The boss is invulnerable in this stage. Ow, okay, fine. I'm gonna lose. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm dead. I lost, alright? I can't believe I lost. And people will be coming in like, you losing to the first boss now? You call yourself a gamer? A G-aimer? I don't think you are. How can you call yourself a G-aimer and lose to the first boss? What kind of gamer are you? Ow. Why are they sexualizing a toddler looking character? I don't know. That is kind of weird. Ow. Okay. The boss is invulnerable. Oh, whoops. I pressed the wrong button. I'm gonna die again. Oh, the knife can hit you. That's dumb. Man, I'm done here. I'm done with this. Screw this game. I'm uninstalling it. Alright. At the full uninstall. Often the game
Should
needs
have
to
given
be.
it to me instead.
They need to be arrested. Okay. What? You said this costs money? It's free to play. It's free to play.
Oh, you only have prologue, not full one.
Yeah, prologue. Oh, let me uninstall this one too. Install. Let's look at the wish list. $6.99 for the full game. I guess so. Ooh, look at these sales. I'm kind of looking forward to Tunic. Tunic seemed like a really good one. By the way, welcome in Just. How you doing? You play Toho? That was like the first Toho thing I've ever played, and it's a fan game, I guess. Tunic is cool, yeah. Oops, Toho. So these are all Toho games? Toho Crawler. They seem to be like different takes.
It
A lot
won't
of these
show
are
you
fan
the
games.
originals cause they only in Japanese.
Oh, they're only in Japanese, really? But I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a... Ooh, wait. It's supposed to be like a kind of bullet hell series, right? Liza P. I heard that this game is pretty good too. It's like Dark Souls but Pinocchio. I don't know what a lot of these games are. The only thing I've heard of here is that Pinocchio game. Metal Unit. Oh, this is a Q game. Tunic is a bit Souls-like. Oh yeah? I like that. I like that. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Okay. So the games I do have, Rain World, Broken Age, Backrooms Escape Together, which I think at some point, if anyone has this, I kind of want to play this on stream. Why are you not finishing your game? Why are you not finishing your game, all right? I still have to get through the rest of Amori. Amori is gotta continue. All right. We're going to continue that at some point. I was saying like this month that we'll probably do the Hikikomori route. Still have the game from the game jam you didn't finish. I know, right? God damn, sir. Do your shit. No, Echo Hollow. Is working? All right, so we wrote a lot of stuff for the game. So we kind of decided that it'll be more of a like not exactly a bullet hell kind of game, but there would be like more mini games. Like this is still kind of up in the air, but this is like battle. Okay. The battle system would be like the kind of rationality behind a battle system. You know, most of the base stuff wasn't cool enough to do anything. Oh, that sucks. It's nice to try and finish something, even if it sucks. I mean, my shit sucked. I still finished it anyway. So the character has some personal issues that they need to resolve, and I kind of figure, kind of like, you know how in a Mori battles through his dreams and also battles his own fears. But it's not really a conventional kind of battle where, you know, you attack stuff. It's more of like you just kind of breathe and do that kind of stuff. I kind of like that take on battles too. So maybe something a little bit more along the lines of that, but not exactly. Like there could be attacking and stuff too. But this could be like a kind of turn-based battle thing where you're fighting different issues like anxiety, naivety, insecurity, just whatever representation of that in battle or anything that's kind of similar to that. And then we have weak spirited. What is do you think is required for I'm already like slipping. I need like proper organization here because writing this out in just like a flat text file without like any highlights or whatever is a little hard. So the character initially starts off with like a weaker spirit. She's not very fortified. She's not a strong character at all. And through the progression of the game, she'll get stronger. Just like she'll get better skills. So she's able to do more things in battle and so forth. Character could shift between like different modes. Like she could switch to her like more confidence kind of thing, her wisdom. But like these things start off weak, so she needs to kind of grow them. Okay. And there are people that she's going to be helping through the game that helps them and also help herself. So it's kind of like quests if you look at it that way, or side quests that will be some of them, but they also help her grow as a character. I was thinking of bullet hell at first, but I was like, I don't know which way to take this. This was just like kind of like one way to look at it. You just kind of like have the box that the player's in, and then they move around, dodge shit, do whatever they need to do. But I'm not too sure if I want to go that complete approach. Like there could be like mini games, like you know how the Sands battle has like its thing that it does. It's like a platformer for a lot of it. It's just that kind of stuff, like mini games. I gotta say too, though, the Sands fight was ridiculous. The good thing about what they did there, though, is like they capitalized. Toby Fox, like he made a solid gameplay loop and then put you in different situations with like things that he introduced. Like, what was it? The blue heart is gravity affected and has to jump. Red heart is just default, it floats around. I think that kind of stuff is kind of cool. It was very creative on how he cycles kind of through that. So it's not really a traditional bullet hell. It's like it mix and mashes different kinds of gameplay all together, depending on your color. And I thought that was kind of cool. I also kind of like the deflect fight for Undyne. That was pretty cool. There is a lot of inspiration there. I just don't know how to act on it. What we could probably do is in this game we have I was doing like the chat system But I realized in doing a chat system that it probably needs to just be a cutscene system, because that's essentially what chat boxes are. Like, there's no extra player input besides just acting on the cutscene. So it would be kind of like a gameplay. This would be like a state of gameplay. So I think I would just need to start with just making a cutscene. So we could do a cutscene thing, I guess. Entities. Let's. I don't know what cutscene would be considered. Probably common folder cutscene. There's probably a lot that goes into a cutscene as well. Create a new scene. Cutscene. 2D scene. So a cutscene should just be like probably a canvas layer, I would imagine. Canvas layer. Okay. How does Chatbox work? Chatbox is just... So I did already kind of program in chat boxes. Can I talk to this rock? I don't even know. Go to the scene playground. Places. Town? Base place. Town. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So I feel like this kind of works. I need to fix that sprite for the NPC. Okay. The pseudo can suck my cheeks. We're gonna leave that there. That should be a cutscene though. Okay. Close other tabs. Okay. Cut scene. So now my question is, when we're doing a cutscene, how do we know what to load? Because this character right here needs to trigger something, right? This character needs to be like, it needs to have a certain ID associated with it, I think. And there need to be flags. And then we could use this ID and flag to look up the conversation for where we're currently at. And I think that's how it would need to work. So I need to come up with a way to keep story progression. Keep story progression and know like how to load which dialogue for each character. So it'll need to take into like different things in effect, like what scene are we currently in? Or like what stage in the game are we currently in? Is this like, you know, area 1 of the game? Oh, that's it. So if we think about the we could think about how things work in reality, right? So there's a time and there's a place. And I think that's very important. So at a certain, if you were to look back in time at a certain time and place, there would be a very specific conversation happening. I mean, that's the most basic way to look at it. So the time would be the stage of the game that we're in, and the place would be here. It would be the additional option of who we're talking to, because like there's other people in this place, but I'm just gonna say like the place is so time, stage 1 of the game, place, map. Who is gonna be this NPC right here with her name, Harry. And then I'm sure we can think about it a little more abstractly, like, okay, let's think multiverse, branching paths. So we could say like what path we're on, and that would denote like additional dialogue. And I think that's it. And that would be the ID. The ID would be the time, place, who. Time, place, who. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Whoops. Close something I didn't really want to close. Close something I didn't really want to close. There we go. Very good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. You didn't want to close all that. I accidentally closed the wrong window. Okay, cool. Uh-oh, it's Pseudo.
Wait.
Just in time.
Wait.
Just in time, Pseudo. Just in time to read the dialogue. Read it with me. Read it with me. That's right. Pseudo can suck my cheeks. There we go. There you have it. Perfect timing. Pseudo's super cool. How he wishes in his dreams. He wishes. Where's the dialogue loading from? Oh, wait. Right, so I was saying that I can make this a cutscene. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Is loading from my cheeks. Ding, 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 ding. I was trying to, so Pseudo, what I was trying to do, I was trying to understand, like, if you were to program like some dialogue in a game, would you always consider dialogue to be like a kind of cutscene? Because normally during dialogue, I guess it depends on how the game is programmed that you're making, but like if it's the kind of game where you are talking to somebody and you can't move or anything, to me that's kind of a cutscene. To me, that's a cutscene. So I was trying to consider this a cutscene when I'm doing dialogues. And I feel like going forward, that would kind of help me with anything else. Because like characters should be barred from moving. It kind of matters. It might help later on. Like this is me again thinking ahead when I shouldn't be really doing it too much. But like for instance, later on I have a cutscene, like maybe there's no dialogue, it's just a cutscene without dialogue, but it's like the characters are moving by themselves. Like you would also want to bar their actions. But then again, while talking, you'd also want to bar their actions. You just want the action to be able to go through the dialogue. And that would be it. So I think that they can all kind of fall under the same cutscene category. It's kind of like a game state. I'm just trying to internalize it a little bit so that I can program it out. So it kind of does matter. It kind of does matter. Not too much, but it kind of helps me form my thoughts for how like the direction I should take it. They sound like they go to the same category to me. Yeah, me too. The same class of objects, right? Cutscene. So the interactable moments are not cutscenes then? Like if you're interacting but still moving around. Yeah, that feels like it wouldn't be a cutscene. So a chat box would be disconnected from it. Right. I could have the flexibility. Okay. Now the second question is, if it was a cutscene, how would I interact with the data to know what I'm doing exactly? So I'd need to send the cutscene some kind of signal. I would have to instantiate it somehow, do something. It creates the cutscene, and the cutscene will need to know what to do. So we'd probably need to give it some constructor arguments. Say, okay, so this one is an interaction between main character and this NPC. Or it would need to be like some other kind of cutscene where it controls the character, moves them around. Why not just global var freeze bool? You mean like to stop everything from moving? So I just stop the NPCs from moving around. Just do like the, I don't know. Lied about the raid? That's no problem. Don't worry about it. How was stream? We're doing something boring anyway. Everybody just leave. When the player can't control characters at all, then freeze equals true. That's kind of, I think that's kind of how I'm doing it now. I do think, if I remember correctly, that's kind of how I'm doing it. Look at the raid. I just got noobed anyway.
Thanks for the raid, Anubis Streams, and welcome you one lovely people.
Punk was on. Yeah, Punk was on. She was playing a game. You missed it, Pseudo. You can't start it, Pseudo. You can only do it once. Don't you know? You could only do it once. Oh my god, I can't go high. We all just got noobed. Holy shit, we all just got noobed. Punk, go back on. It's too late, Pseudo. You can't go back. You can't turn back the clock. You've absolutely messed up. Yeah, Punk was streaming horror game. Horror puzzle game. And all we could say is that you missed it. And that Pseudo could, you know, suck my cheeks. Have a nice day. Oh, wait. Let's not embed. Does that stretch nicely? I think it's like... That's okay, I guess. Okay. We did make a hell of a lot of backstory, though. Like, we essentially, like, wrote out the character, wrote some backstory. What was it, lore? Oh. Kind of wrote out, like, the information about the town. That's kind of what we were doing for the past 2 days. We were just kind of discussing this in depth. And going over what gameplay would kind of be like. Pseudo, you missed 2 Punk streams. Not 1, 2. She did one the other day as well. That's all on you. This is what happens when you stop getting on the internet. When you start watching those Gamba streams, you miss out on life. Why didn't you call me? Pseudo, you gotta get off Kick. Stop watching all those ass gambling streams. Come back to us. She did post it on Discord. That's true. Actually true. Okay. Making a game? Yeah. We're trying to make an RPG. And I'm kind of thinking my way through the first hurdle, which is the dialogue system. A bit of work. It's a bit of work. A bit of struggles. I think this needs to be a little bigger. It just doesn't feel big enough. There we go. That's starting to feel right. Itty bitty. How do you make the text bigger? How can you make a game while we mourn Punk? You're the only one mourning right now. I'm not mourning. I caught a little bit of it. Unfortunately, I wanted to watch more, but we gotta go do this. If we don't do this, then we're not ever gonna do anything. Wait, how do I change the font size? Oh, font size. There we go. Oh, look at that. Promise next raid is a Coco. Don't worry about it. You raid wherever you want to raid. Believe me, nobody wants to watch this. All right? Nobody wants to watch this. There we go. That looks cleaner. That looks hella cleaner. See, Pseudo doesn't want to watch it either. See? There you go. What Pseudo wants to watch is like Gamba, Brain Rot, like anything along those lines. He's down for that. He doesn't want to watch somebody be productive. What the hell's that? What the hell's that? You ain't living life through being productive. I want to watch gambling on Kick. There it is. That's all it is.
Oh, we're back to game.
Oh, back to game? Yes, I am. Hi, Sudar. That's right. I think that size looks better. Okay. Bugud 24. You can't get it any more wrong than that. He's Baguette. Don't you know he's supposed to be Baguette? So, Punk, you said you're on a new schedule now? You on that new schedule now? You get up later now? Is that why you don't need to sleep anymore? Early? Super early? I'd imagine you still have a little bit of lag though. Let's look at the text. Chat index. Next dialogue. And what calls this? Ready, next dialogue. Okay. So I think the cutscene should be handling this. What the hell is handling the dialogue? Dialogue. Interactable. I'm opening all week this week and I have off tomorrow, so I get to stream and chill. God damn. I should sleep, but there's a Coco on. There is a Coco on. That's true. We need to sleep. I'm going off in like 10 minutes because my time is already up and I need to go about my day, unfortunately. It gives me motivation to not sleep until a Punk stream. I'm finally on time. Yes. Listen, all right? You guys are the ones changing the times, all right? I'm staying consistent. You guys can't make up your mind. No, it's less bad if I stay. Yeah, well, you know how it is. We're good for a few months. When does DST change again? Ugh. Unfortunately, there are gonna have to be some changes soon. 2034. Okay, that's a bit of time. So my daughter is gonna be starting preschool March next year. And if she's starting preschool in March next year, chances are she'll have to wake up at 8 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., which means I have 1 hour less of stream time, which would make me stream even shorter, and I have less time for doing it. So I need to figure something out, because I don't feel like 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours is not really a stream to me. I'm gonna have to figure something out there. Is she 4 yet? She'll be 4 next year. You're back? Welcome back. Holy shit. Dex rocking the glasses. I love it. It's so good. Welcome back. You get enough sunlight for the week, the month? Yeah, we're trying to figure out, like, so I don't know. The wife doesn't really like me streaming during the middle of the day because, like, if she needs me for anything, then, like, I'm not really available since I'm streaming. So that leaves me less options. So it's like, if I wanted to continue streaming for like 3 hours, I would have to wake up at 5 a.m. instead, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Afternoon streams for EU. I don't think I'm gonna do nighttime streams though. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to doing like afternoon. 2 hours good, better than nothing. Yeah, it just it feels me like it feels me leaving like I want more. I want to do more, but I just can't. 2 hours fine peak is how long you stay usually. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, we'll see. That's like 2 hours, assuming that she has to wake up at 8. If she has to get up earlier, like 7:30, then even less. Random internet people support her. Well, she doesn't know what the internet is yet, but we'll figure that out at some point. I don't know. 1 and like 1.5 hour stream is like super short to me. It doesn't feel like enough. I'm gonna have lots of time when she starts school. Well, I mean, she's already in daycare. It's not really any different besides the fact that she has to go 1 hour earlier, which cuts my stream shorter by an hour. And I was saying that the wife doesn't really like me streaming during like while she's at daycare or preschool, whatever, because like occasionally she needs me for things too. So it causes problems. So I have the issue of needing to be available here and there Not all the time, but here and there. And if I'm not available, then, you know, there are problems that I'd just rather not have. So the only alternative would be to just like wake up a little bit earlier if I wanted to keep it at like 3 hours. Which might be all right because my daughter's going to be sleeping earlier as well. So I'll probably just sleep earlier with her. If I sleep earlier, then I'll wake up earlier. It's kind of how it is. Maybe I'll be waking up at 4 or 5 instead. I mean, that works for me. When does that mean you wake up? Well, currently I try to wake up like 6:30 every day, but I would be waking up at 4 or 5 instead. Am I not streaming? Yeah, punk schedule. Except it would be me doing it voluntarily because I want to do what I love to do. Unfortunately, it's involuntary for you. You have no option. That's so unfortunate. You woke up at 5 for yours. Yeah, no, it's not a problem for me. Like if my daughter's sleeping early, I'll be sleeping earlier too. So, I mean, it'll probably be me shifting my schedule a little bit earlier. And that's all it'll be. That's probably fine. I don't really see the major problem with that. The only other thing would be like, I do have meetings 2 days a week. So on those days, like, I don't know if there'll be a stream then. Because like, it'll be like in the middle of the stream when I'm supposed to have a meeting. That'll cause issues. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll ask them to change times or something for the meeting. And it might be alright. We'll see. It's a stand-up. It's kind of a stand-up, but not really. Bring meeting to the stream. I don't know about that. Yeah, but I do need to listen because I get called out here and there for stuff. So it's like I can't really
Get meeting to play Rain World.
get meeting to play Rain World. I wish. Just play games.
Jump.
So that'd be like probably 2 days a week that I could always cut off stream in the middle, then come back a little bit later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because that meeting could be anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. So it ranges like crazy. It's actually kind of wild. Anyway, tell you have a PR job now and you must do PR work at that hour. Unfortunately, I need to be part of the meeting. I wish I didn't have to. It'd be nice to just not have to do the meeting. But that's how it is. We gotta work, right? We gotta make money, and if we want to do what we have to love, if we still want to do the streaming that we love to do, then we just have to find a way to work around the work and life. You have to train through streaming game dev. Yep. You can train everybody, Big Ed. I believe in you. Teach them how to finish a game by finishing your goddamn game. Yeah, we figure out how things go work and family, and then the stream gets figured out after the timing for that. So we'll try to figure out something that works, but that'll be in March, so I'm not really sure. Best case scenario, nothing changes, but it'll probably change a little bit. You must cameo during Q's stream. She could be the random hand that appears. By the way, Punk, do you have experience making music? composing, or do you think you're able to compose? Do you feel like you have the, you know what, I'm not going to ask you if you have the skills to do it, but have you ever like composed, or would you like to compose? Try composing something? If you have a little free time. You're the worst in music? I think you're more musically literate than I am. Would you like to take a stab at making music? Because I know that you come from a musical background. I know that Punk is musically literate. She was literally playing a guitar on stream. Like, I know that she should ask guitar. No, I want to ask you. I don't care for somebody that has already kind of proved themselves. I wouldn't mind asking somebody that, you know, still has a learning journey as well. Like, if you're very inexperienced with creating music, would you want to try learning? Is my question to you. I'll pose that question. If you don't want to try learning like how to make music, that's fine. That's all I'm curious about. Like, if you have an interest to even like attempt, you would love to try, you just got no time. Yeah, not having time kind of sucks. Punk, I will say that if time does open up a little bit, if you have a little bit of time whatsoever and you want to try learning, our game needs music, and we could use somebody that, you know, is better at music than I am, which is a very low bar. Like, I can barely play the piano or any instrument for that matter. So, I mean, if you want to take a stab at it, or if you want to work together on it, we could work together on it as well. I just know that you're more musically literate than me, and if you want to become like one of the people working on the game, just from the music side, I'd be open to it, is all I want to say. Because I know music is its own whole domain, just like art is. Art is its whole domain. Like, Dex has a lot of work at her. Music is a whole nother domain, and is like, I don't know if I want to do like the programming and the music. It's a lot. I don't mind doing the music too. It's just even more work, and it's kind of like I focus less on what I'm trying to do. I just wanted to throw it out there. Q may like music. He's learning the MIDI thing. I mean, yeah, sure. He's learning the MIDI thing. I don't know what the MIDI thing is. If Q wants to make a stab at music too, that's probably fine. If you need a voiceover, VO voiceover? I don't know what VO is. All right. Okay, voiceover stuff. We probably don't need voiceover. It'd be just like standard RPG text and stuff. If it's just a dog barking or a cat meowing, maybe that could be included in the music. punk sound effects. Well, I wasn't aware that Q was doing music stuff, so I mean, maybe that's something that you guys could approach together then. Okay, I'll check in with Q and see where he's at with that. All right. Anyway, I need to go. It was a pleasure. Thank you all for joining in. I'm going to throw you all somewhere else. Where are we going to throw you guys? I don't know. Let me see. All right. B Hoyer's on. Hypno's on. Thank you for joining in, later nerds. No, you're the nerd. All right. Speedrun Final Fantasy 10. A Final Fantasy X speedrun? That's nice. What game is this? Is this... Wait, is he's stretching, okay.
Dr. David Tennant,
Okay, let's raid Loki. Why not? Alright. I'll see you guys later. Shadow of the Colossus? Hell yeah. Shadow of the Colossus is awesome. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for joining in. It was a pleasure. I'll see you all next time. Peace.